Today Tuesday, 8th of September 2015. First, let's look at the paper highlights of today's newspaper. Swearing in of state deputy ministers tomorrow. The swearing in of state ministers and deputy minister of the National Unity Government has been postponed for tomorrow, government sources said. Of the 48 cabinet ministers in the National Unity Government, 43 have already been sworn in. The swearing of 45th state minister and the deputy minister was earlier scheduled to be held this morning. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. A dockyard at Hambantota Port. The government, in a bid to make a Hambantota Port a viable commercial venture, has decided to develop dockyard facilities at the port at the estimate cost of ₹2 billion. A Chinese company has reported positively to Ports and Shipping Minister Arjuna Ranatunga calls for expression of the interest for potential investor to build dockyard facility at Hambantota Port, a ministry source said yesterday. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Appointment of ministry secretaries tomorrow. President Maithripala Sirisena will appoint secretaries to all ministries tomorrow so as to reactivate the state administration after August 17 election, a senior government sources told the Daily Mirror yesterday. More news highlights from Daily Mirror. BC won't be dissolved this week. The Presidential Media Unit yesterday rejected report that the Burberry Commission would be dissolved this week. It said the appointment of the commission, its members and their removal should be done in accordance with 19th Amendment to the Constitution. However, the new commissioners will be appointed no sooner the Constitutional Council is set up, it said. Blumenthal shooting, 16 arrested. Police say it was the result of gang rivalry and had no political undertones. 16 suspects have been arrested in the connection with the Blumenthal shooting, which killed a man and women and injured 11 others, the CID said. It said investigation had revealed that shooting was the result of gang rivalry and had no political undertones. Police spokesman ASP Ruwan Gunasekara said yesterday that 2 persons with underworld connection who were among those campaigning for Minister Ravi Karunanayake were targeted by the rival underworld group. Investigation had also revealed that the underworld kingpin, unknown the Dematagoda Chaminda, who was serving a person term, had masterminded the shooting. Foreigners only casinos. Newly appointed Tourism and Christian Religious Affairs Minister John Amaratunga said yesterday he considered introducing regulations local from being attempted to casinos. He told the media after assuming duties and his ministry that casinos should be out of the bounds in Sri Lankan and only foreigners should be permitted their use. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Was hospitalized. Former DIG Vas Gunawardena, who was produced in the Colombo High Court last morning in the connection with the killing of businessman Mohammed Shyam, had to be admitted to the National Hospital Colombo after he developed a sudden illness. UNHRC says no TNA team but some may go. The Tamil National Alliance said yesterday it had not decided to send a party delegation to attend the upcoming United Nations Human Rights Council sessions. Now let's move to the paper highlights of Daily News. PM wants to be kept briefed on progress of murder abduction probes. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has directed the authorities of apprise him of the progress in the investigation into a murders and abduction that took place during the previous regime. According to the sources at the Prime Minister office, the Premier has shared the details with regard to the progress of the investigation. Ban on last day rivalry by AL candidates. Students who misbehave after the conclusion of the advanced level examination today will be subject to legal action under the civil law of the country. Exam Commissioner NMJ Pushpakumara said. He said he has instructed police to take action against errant students since several incidents of unruly behavior of students were reported in the previous year on the last day of the examination. Another news highlight from Daily News: Mexican police rescue Sri Lankan migrant. 19 foreign migrants include a Sri Lankan held captive in the border of the city Nivrolero in Mexico were rescued Saturday by Mexican authorities. The operation that took place in the state of Tamaulipas, which borders Texas, was carried out by the federal police who were acting a complaint made by the citizen. More highlights from Daily News. Chief Magistrates want great inquiry brought to a conclusion. Colombo Chief Magistrate Nishant Piris yesterday called for a conclusion of the inquiry into the floating Murray of Event Grade Security Service Limited. The Colombo Chief Magistrate made this order after the Criminal Investigation Department told court that it will not proceed with the case on the advice of the Attorney General. Court also lifted the travel ban imposed on Event Grade Chairman Nishanka Senadipati. Now let's move to the paper highlights of Ceylon today. Mobile phone found in Agarapathana. Major breakthrough in Tajuddin case. The mobile phone belonging to the deceased Wasim Tajuddin, who died under the suspicious circumstances, was found in the possession of the individual in the Agarapathana area in Veraliya, police sources said. Another news highlight from Ceylon today: KP welcome internal investigation. The LTTE former international coordinator Kumaran Padmanathan alias KP welcomed the international investigation into the alleged war crimes with the backing of the international community instead of the demanding an international investigation. Padmanathan presently managed the orphanage called Senjole in Kalanochi, told Ceylon today. We brought you the news highlights from today's newspaper. We will bring you more tomorrow.